Hello, Ivy Tech Advisory Committee members. My name is Jackie Fisher. I'm the Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs at the Columbus campus. And first, I really want to thank you for your service to our campus community in this way by serving on an advisory board. Your expertise in your discipline area is appreciated and I think needed now more than ever as we work through in the not only the coming weeks, but the coming months and years as we recover from the impact of COVID-19. So we'd be very interested in hearing from you as far as what's happening within your industry now, and then what predictions you might be hearing or anticipating in the coming months and years as we all work to recover from this. So I was very hopeful to provide some updates to you and meet many of you in person. I started with the campus in September, but since we're not able to meet in person, I did want to give you a few updates from around campus and let you know that I'm looking forward to meeting you probably in the fall at the advisory board meetings and if not sooner. But again, please accept my thanks for your service in this way and for your work with our program chairs. First of all, I think you're aware that we, of course, have a new building that we will be breaking ground on in the next several months. Although planned face-to-face meetings were on the schedule to take place to help with the planning of this building, we have shifted those meetings to the virtual format. So we are campus faculty and staff are meeting regularly with our architects. The design architects are based out of San Francisco. And we've been meeting with them regularly to discuss plans for this project and to get them feedback as they work to gain a better understanding of what we're about and what our programs and students are about. While the financial impact of COVID-19 has shifted this project to a bonded project, the timeline remains relatively intact. We have a groundbreaking scheduled for early 2021. Move in early 2022, and then the landscaping will be completed in summer and fall of 2022. So, of course, as this project begins to accelerate, you will hear more and more updates. But if, at any point, if you have any questions or feedback for us, please don't hesitate to provide that. Some updates in the academic area. Since March 16th, when faculty returned from spring break, I've been so pleased with our faculty and how they've responded to this, of course, unanticipated situation that we're facing. Our faculty have transitioned over 300 courses to the virtual format so that our students can continue to work in their 16-week courses. And then also start their second 8-week courses. So we had some of our courses that run over the entire 16-week session. Faculty were transitioning those, and then transitioning the courses, the new courses that students were to start with the second 8-week. I know that faculty are continuing to do their best to balance academic integrity with remaining flexible and responsive to students as they're facing the number of challenges that the COVID-19 crisis has presented to them. Of course, you know, a number of our students are non-traditional age and are working while they're pursuing their academic goals. So this has certainly impacted a number of our students in relation to jobs and finances, and then of course with homeschooling essentially of our K through 12 students as they transition to e-learning. Many of our students are supporting their children in that way. We are currently working on a reconstitution plan, and that will outline what our phase-in will look like once we're given the all clear to move back into our facilities. We anticipate that the summer session will also be offered fully in the virtual format, but we are anticipating that some of our intense hands-on programs such as welding and nursing, aviation, that we're able to get some of those programs back on campus for the second 8 weeks of the summer. So hopefully in July, early August, we can transition those courses back so students can continue their training. We have also, the academic affairs area has also transitioned a number of student support services to the virtual format. So our library services, our tutoring services, and then how we're supporting our ASAP cohort students. That's an accelerated 11-month program. How we're supporting those students through completion, and then how we're going to start our new cohort of students in August. So just a lot of good work that our faculty and staff are doing to ensure that our students are able to continue. One area that you might have an interest or an ability to assist us in will be in the area of recruiting. Of course, what we're finding is that a number of our events that we would typically go to recruit students, those events, of course, are being canceled, and so our program chairs are really trying to be creative and identify additional ways to reach students. So if you have ideas around that, please be sure to pass those ideas on to your chair. And finally, from the academic area, commencement. Our commencement, of course, was scheduled to be held in person in early May. That has now been shifted to the virtual format. And you've probably seen in national news, or if you have kids of your own who were planning to participate in a commencement, a number of these commencement ceremonies are going virtual, or what some institutions are doing is they're pushing them out to December with the hope that they will be able to hold an in-person commencement then. We are planning to hold ours in the virtual format, and we're still working out the details there, but we feel like it's important to recognize students who were planning to be recognized at commencement and attend commencement, to recognize them as soon as we can, and when they were scheduled to be recognized. So we'll be holding a virtual commencement in May or June of this year. From the student services standpoint, one of the things I've been really pleased to see is that our academic advisors have, of course, remained engaged, and they're working with students at a pace that I think has surprised them, actually. They're meeting with students virtually through Zoom and by phone, and also working with our faculty to visit classrooms through Zoom and encourage students to register for summer and fall. But engagement has been high across the state, so students are continuing on their academic path and really working to persevere in spite of the challenges that we're going through. Student Life continues to work with students to get them engaged. There are a number of activities that are going on. We have a Tuesday TikTok challenge. TikTok is a social media platform, and so students are participating in that. Student Life is also planning virtual field trips on Fridays for our students. And our Student Government Association is remaining active, and they're currently hosting town hall sessions for students. So again, all of our staff are working to identify ways that we can keep students engaged in this during this time. Our one of the areas that's been extremely busy, as you can imagine, is our Ivy Cares program. And over the past few weeks, a number of students have reached out to us regarding access to laptops and access to reliable internet. And through Ivy Cares, our staff have been able to secure laptops for some of these students, and the Columbus campus has also provided Wi-Fi for students in our outdoor courtyard and parking lot. And we continue, of course, to share resources that students have access to, so counseling service, food and housing resources. Students are really taking advantage of learning about these resources. And then our foundation is also working with our student services staff to provide any needs that students might have in relation to whether it be tuition and fees or emergency scholarships. So students, as we hear of students who are going through some of these challenges, we do have some avenues to try to help them out. So really doing all we can to keep our academic programs and our student services available and open and working. But again, really appreciate all the work that our faculty and staff have done, and really appreciate the opportunity that you're giving us and offering your expertise and participating in our on our advisory boards. That was Marty who was saying hello to you, so I apologize for that interruption there. But again, thank you, and look forward to meeting many of you later this year. Thank you.